Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jake Briggs here continuing to cook up and break down some of this NBA action. Welcome back to the best NBA betting podcast on the planet, Jay's NBA Jam Session, man. Money making Wednesday. We've been red hot, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just looking to keep momentum rolling forward. Last night, we cashed our top play of the night, Jay's NBA Jam Session play of the night. It was the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies, our favorite money making team. And they cashed in complete no sweat fashion, took the Golden State Warriors behind the woodshed. We also cashed our behind the woodshed blowout winner with the New York Knicks, covered the huge line, and we cashed our plus money underdog. We had Utah outright money line, and that was a no sweat cash as they beat up on Indiana. Our only loss last night was Sacramento. A lot of y'all got at me and was like, Jay, you got to put them on the list. Jay, you got to put them on the list. We'll talk about it. They're in action again tonight. We'll talk about them a little more later. So yeah, that was my premium night last night, 3-1. We've been red hot, and I'm just looking to do what I do, which is kick the crap out of the books betting hoops. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in, watch this show, and watch these episodes. All I ask is that you smash the like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Let's do it. Money Making Wednesday, huge card. Let's break it down. Let's stay hot. Let's make some money tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her done. First game on the board. We got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets are 5.5-point home dogs. No LaMelo, no Brandon Miller, no Hornets for me. This is a team I was expecting to take that next step this season, but they're already being derailed by injury. They do have a couple young players playing well, but I don't think that's enough tonight to want to fade the Bucks and fade Giannis. I don't think they have anybody to slow down Giannis. And the reason I like the Hornets is I feel like when healthy, they have enough offense to keep up with even the best teams in the NBA. But banged up, I don't think they have enough offense to keep up with Milwaukee and Giannis. Giannis is on this injury report as questionable. He's probable, though. I'm expecting him to play. If he plays, I like his points over. He's been killing. And I don't think the Hornets slow him down whatsoever. He should have 40 if it's not a complete wire blowout, which it very well could be. So that's my thoughts in this one. Milwaukee and Giannis over his points. We keep it rolling, man. Next game up, we got the Chicago Bulls. Your Chicago Bulls out on the road facing the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are 2.5-point home favorites, total 236.5. Keep an eye on the injury report for this one. The Pistons are banged up. Cade Cunningham is a true questionable. He may miss this game. Jalen Duren's on this injury report as questionable, probable, though. He should be in. Isaiah Stewart's out. Tobias Harris is out. Jay Ivey's out. Sasser's out. Thompson's out. I think this is a game where the injuries catch up to the Detroit Pistons. On the other side, Josh Giddey is also questionable. I'm expecting him to play. I want to be on the Bulls in this one. The Bulls need a good road win. They've been really good at home, not as good on the road, especially not against quality opponents. But I think, again, this is just a spot the injuries catch up to Detroit. Kind of a spot play for me here. Chicago's kind of fallen off from the red-hot start they had to start the season. But I think this is a good spot for them to get a good road win over a team playing really well in Detroit. But I think the injuries catch up with the Pistons in this one. We'll see what happens. I'm going to grab the points with the Bulls here in that one. We keep it rolling. We got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing the New York Knicks. Knicks 4.5-point home favorites, total 226.5. I like the Knicks here in this one. I see no reason to try to buck the trend, no reason to get cute. The Knicks have been balling their ass off at home, at the crib, in Madison Square Garden, and I just expect that to continue. The Magic, they're the number one team on the do not bet list for good reason. Yes, they won their last game. I love how they won it. Desmond Bane, the fadeaway three from deep. That may be the momentum shifter that the Magic needed to get back on track. But as I continue to say, until the Magic give me good reason to say they are not as bad as they have shown us thus far this season, they're going to remain on the do not bet list. And every time we try to give them a chance to come off, they lay another egg. And so I just haven't seen enough from them to want to fade, to want to take them in New York fading the Knicks playing as well as the Knicks are playing. Knicks are comfortable at home, been shooting in the same rim, same gym. Uh, man, and the Magic, the thing we used to be able to hang our hat on with the Magic is how good they were defensively, but that hasn't been the case recently. And I think Brunson and his minions continue to have a field day. And I think they come out of here with a solid home win, another solid home win. So give me the Knicks, laying the points here in this one. We got the Memphis Grizzlies. They're out on the road facing the Boston Celtics. Celtics are 6.5-point home favorites, total 229.5. The Grizzlies, man, this team, I don't like what I'm seeing from them, man. They got a lot going on. They got some internal drama. I feel like John Morant's going to ask for a trade any day now. They've been fairly banged up. And they weren't playing well at home where we trust them, where we like to bet them, where they've been a money-making machine for us over the past, 3 years. Man, this team has lost 4 of its last 5. They just got beat up on the road at New York. While I do think the Celtics are overrated and overvalued in this game, if I was the lines maker, my line would probably be Celtics minus 4.5, 4. So I do think the Celtics are slightly overrated, slightly overvalued in this game. I say this sometimes: overrated and overvalued teams win in certain spots to justify why they're overrated and overvalued. And I kind of got that feeling about this game here with Boston, where the Grizzlies are that bad. They didn't play well at home, and now I don't expect them to come out here and play well on the road. While it's not a great spot for Boston on a back end of a back-to-back with travel, laying an extended number, I also kind of have the thought process of this line is this big for this reason, and that's how bad Memphis is. So I kind of think this is a solid bounce back spot at home for the Celtics. I'm gonna lean in that direction. I like them, and we'll see what happens. But give me Boston laying the points here in this one. We got the Cleveland Cavs out on the road facing the Miami Heat. Heat 5.5-point home favorites. Total 238.5. The reason the Heat are multiple possession favorites in this game is because Cleveland is resting everybody. Kind of weird. I believe they play tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, Cleveland plays at home against the Raptors. So they decided to rest guys on the front end of the back-to-back. So no Donovan Mitchell tonight, no Evelyn Mobley tonight, no Max Strus tonight, no Darius Garland tonight, and Larry Nance is questionable. You feel me? Kind of weird. This early in the season, we already seeing teams prioritize rest. It's kind of weird. We saw these two teams play and battle tough the other night. What a game that was, the overtime game. We had the over as a premium. It was my total of the week in that game. I kind of want to go back to it. It got up and over 247.5 was the total the other day. And I know a lot of people are sitting out here for Cleveland, but I still think the pace of play will get us up and over this number. So give me an over here between these two. If I had to pick a side, I would probably lean towards Miami at home, laying the number. Miami's better than I've given them credit for. Norman Powell has this team playing weird. Who would have thought Norman Powell was this good? And we're seeing it in real time. The Clippers, you could see how bad the Clippers have been without him, and you could see how good Miami has been with him. He's probably one of the most underrated players in the NBA. So give me an over. Give me Miami here in this one. Keep it rolling. We got the Washington Wizards out on the road facing the Houston Rockets. Houston, we have a problem, man. This is a big-ass number, but I'm going to lay it. The Rockets are a different team, monster and animal at home, at the crib. The Wizards, they're 29 of 30 in my NBA power rankings. The Rockets are top 5 right now. And we trust the Rockets at home. We lay extended numbers with the Rockets quite often, especially at home. The talent gap between these two teams is this significant. This should be a wire-to-wire blowout. Like, the Rockets should take them behind the woodshed. So this is another one. Again, no reason to get cute. The gap between these two teams is this big. This line is this big for good reason. It wouldn't shock me, though, if the Rockets were up 20 at half, though. So give me the Rockets. Land the points here in this one. Next game up, we got the Portland Trailblazers out on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans 8.5-point home dogs. Total 231.5. Portland laying 8.5 on the road. Man, I think that tells you what you need to know. I think the gap between these two teams is significant. The Pelicans right now are probably 28 of 30 in my NBA power rankings. 30 the Nets, 29 the Wizards, 28 the Pelicans. Man, same old Pelicans, and I want to continue to fade them. The Blazers are playing with a different energy this year. Like they actually want to compete. They actually, you know what I mean? And I just think they come in here and win this game by double digits. That's all I'm saying. The Pelicans are that bad, and the Blazers, the Pelicans feel like they've already mailed it in. They're done. 3 weeks into the season, they already thinking about next season. And the Blazers, they like, man, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. And I like that type of energy. I'm going to lay the points here with Portland. It's a big number to lay with Portland on the road. I recognize that, but I also believe that the effort level between these two teams is that significant, and the talent gap between these two teams is that significant. So give me Portland. Got the next game up. We got the Golden State Warriors out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs are 4.5-point home favorites. Total 231.5. Another game I'm not getting cute, man. Give me the Spurs laying the points. The Warriors are that bad on the road. We faded them yesterday. My favorite play, my top play yesterday was the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, and they took Golden State behind the woodshed. We saw Jimmy come out after the game mad. We saw Draymond after the game mad. It's not surprising, though. And the reason I'm not going to jump on the other side and take the Warriors here is we've seen them do this before. Remember 2 years ago when the Warriors were the best ATS team in the NBA at home and the worst ATS team on the road? They are showing those exact same signs right here, right now. And I hate to say it, Spurs are the better team right here, right now. And they deserve to be multiple possession favorites in this game. Because it's not a good spot for Golden State on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. Spurs have the rest advantage. And the Warriors have been just garbage on the road. B, Spurs playing with some swag. They're at home. They got the new energy with Fox back in the lineup. They're coming off a really good win where Wemby, tween, Vucevic, Wemby, 3, cash. I'm liking what I'm seeing from San Antonio right now. And I think this is a spot for them to get a good win. Kind of seeing a passing of the guard right now. We saw it last night. Warriors really thought they was going to walk into Oklahoma City and compete. No, sir. No, sirski. And I kind of got the same feeling tonight where they think they're going to walk into San Antonio and compete. No, sirski. These young guns, they're here. They're here. You know? It's kind of, I'm seeing my era of NBA basketball disappear. LeBron been out. Curry, you know? James Harden, you know? Like, that was my era growing up. It's kind of crazy to see him phasing out in this next group, coming in hooping. Wemby has arrived, man, and I think this is going to be one of those games at home where we remember. I'm going to take the Spurs. I'm going to lay it. Let's see what happens. Keep it rolling. We got the Phoenix Suns out on the road facing the Dallas Mavericks. Mavs 1.5-point home favorites. It's a tough game. I really want to take the Suns, but I could argue this is a good spot play to take the Mavs after firing Nico Harrison. I could really make that argument. Give me the Dallas Mavericks. Give me the Dallas Mavericks money line. Give me the Dallas Mavericks money line, and we'll see what happens. As a spot and situation better, Dallas, this is a spot play for Dallas. Dallas needs their fans to get back on their side, and we'll see what happens tonight after the firing if the fans go back into the arena and show them love. We'll see. They need it. The multiple reports were coming out and saying that the Mavs players just didn't feel comfortable playing at home. It felt like the fans were against them because they were. It wasn't the players. It was against ownership and all that, man. But they're now trying to extend the olive branch. They did the right thing. We'll see what happens. Spot play. I think the Suns are the better team. I know the Suns are the better team. And but if there was a spot for Dallas to play well, if there was a spot for Dallas to get a win, if there was a spot for everything to come together for the Mavs, it'd be here. So give me Dallas. Money line here in this one. We got the Los Angeles Lakeshore Lakers out on the road facing our favorite money-making team, the defending champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. Oklahoma City -6.5, total 229.5. Oklahoma City's on the back end of a back-to-back, no travel. They took the Golden State Warriors behind the woodshed last night. This is the game I'm most excited for tonight, man. I think this is going to be the best game on television. I think this game's going to come right down to the wire. And with that being said, I'm with the points in my back pocket with the Los Angeles Lakeshore Lakers. And I'm also taking the Lakers straight up money line. I know, right? Jay, the Thunder, your favorite money-making team. Jay, we had them last night. Jay, you always yelling about the Thunder. I am. But I'm also a realist. And there's only one person, one man that I've seen dethrone the Thunder. I think a lot of people forget that. And that's why that Mavs trade is so frustrating, bro. For as good as the Thunder were last year, they were the same team the year before. You know, everybody had them picked to go to the finals the year before as well, but they did not get there. And it's because in the playoffs, they ran into a man they could not stop. Where all that defensive shit they be doing and all that extra shit they be doing that I love them for, that we love them for, there was just one man that it didn't matter to. And that was the Don. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's all so frustrating, man. The Mavs were in the finals. They had dethroned the Thunder just the year before, and I liked them to do it again last year. I really did. Had they gotten healthy, but all that's hindsight. That's, it is what it is. It's in the past. I say this to say, man, this dude right now is averaging 39, 9, and 9. And Austin Reeves is playing well. Crazy enough to say, DeAndre Ayton is playing well. It's going to be a good game tonight. It's going to be a really good game. And I think the Lakers come out on top. I think the Lakers win this game tonight. I'm taking the Lakers plus 6.5. I'm taking the Lakers straight up on the money line plus 215. Love Oklahoma City. They're still the best team in the NBA. They're still my favorite money-making team. We're still going to be on them a ton. I just think this is a good spot to take the Lakers. Fading the Thunder on the back end of a back-to-back. See what happens. Just here to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions. And we got the Hawks on the road facing the Kings. Hawks laying 3.5. Man, I feel y'all, man. The Kings were my only loss on the premium side last night. I got a ton of messages from everybody saying the Kings deserve to go on the D&B. I don't really want to put them on the D&B because they're not a team we bet all that often anyway. The D&B for me is mainly used for teams that we like to bet that we have to put on the list to protect ourselves from. We don't have to protect ourselves from the Kings. You know what I mean? Last night was just too good of a spot to not bet the Kings, and they lost in that spot. So I say that to say we're fading their ass tonight. I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks. I kind of like the Hawks, man. I do. Even though Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, at that point guard, man, it looked better than I thought it would. That's what I would say. And the Hawks are kind of better than I thought they would be without Trae Young. And I think they're better than the Kings. When you look at these names on the roster, you would think the Kings are the better team, but they're not. And there's a reason why the Hawks are over a bucket favorite on the road against the Kings. It's because of the back end of a back-to-back for the Sacramento, but it's also because the Hawks, even missing their best player, are the better team. I'm going to take Atlanta. Lay the points. Try to get under a bucket if you can. 2.5 is much better than 3.5. 3.5 is kind of a key number. But I think the Hawks win this game. They should win it comfortably. If you're scared, take a money line. But I like Atlanta here in this one. Last and final game of the night, we got the Los Angeles Clippers at home at the crib. 2.5-point home dogs. Total 225.5. This is not a good spot for Denver on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. We saw them beat up on the Kings last night. Now they come to Clipperland. The Clippers, this team is on the DNB. They're the number 3 on the team on the DNB. They're the newest addition to the DNB, and they will remain on the DNB. Do not bet them. While this is a really good spot to bet them, this team is bad. They're not playing well, and I want to continue to fade them. Give me Denver. Still missing Kawhi. This team is not the same team we had come to know and love last season. We kind of talked about it earlier in the episode. They're missing Norman Powell. That's who they're missing. And without that extra offensive presence, I have not liked what I've seen from the Clippers, man. This team has laid egg after egg after egg at home where we trust them. And basically at this line, as bad as they're playing, you still telling me you think they're the better team, basically. And I don't. I think the gap between these two teams right now is pretty significant. If this line was in Denver, I would lay damn near double digits. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would lay 8.5, 9.5 if this game was in Denver. So getting the Nuggets, the better team, at under a bucket, even in Clipperland, with the Clippers playing as bad as they're playing, give me Denver. It's kind of just my thoughts. So, man, I'm on the Nuggets here in our last and final game of the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all. That concludes another episode of Jay's NBA Jam Session. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in, watch this show, and watch these episodes. All I ask is that you smash the like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. We have been dominating the books over the last week and a half or so, man. We've been seeing the board really well, just looking to continue that momentum rolling forward. You can scoop up my top play over at Pickdawgz Premium. We've cashed 6 of our last 7 on that play. Last night was another no sweat cash with the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies. So trying to make that 7 of our last 8 tonight. Scoop that play up, man. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books, hop on something long term. We're in the middle of a heater and we're just looking to keep it rolling. Y'all know when I get on these heaters, they're usually extended long-term heaters, like multiple weeks. It's kind of crazy how it happens, but the OGs will tell you. So let's continue to do what we do. We just kick the crap out of the books. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button, subscribe, share with a friend, all that. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.